Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. In last part, I told about how we forget time episode and fails to remember time movement and time episode. There are plenty and overflow of posts about me in YouTube and my perception will happen in future. And this type of post watched by so many people of this world, and while they are working in office, in every type of situation there could be listens and forgets and always thinks a perception will happen in future, and thus they forgets what happened in past. And those explanation of time episode a hadith by Hassan Radiallahu said, and other hadiths about Dajjal shows about time episode, time movement and time enlargement similar in explanation. These words are, and they all tries. And this type of lecture perception will happen in future, made by so many alim people to be famous, and so many people, so many country tries to create leadership against me, to show more greatest leader than me. And it. One thing I want to say, that I'm in hadith and they are not, and they will never be able to be equal to me, and they will never be able to do those I can do. And thus these all people related to post those and talks those helps, because divine power, devil, jinn people goes in them, makes waswas, and they says all of this. And the rizq not halal, and that's why possible there. Ibadah does not acceptable to Allah, and thus jinn attacks on them. And says my perception will happen in future. And thus a lot of people forgets what happened in past. My perception happened before whole world, while I was making tawaf between Rukn and Makan Ibrahim, and Jibreel Sallam was standing near, like a huge size human, with white cloth, holy white cloth, and announced Haja Khalifatullah al-Mahdi Watu, and at the time he said Haja Khalifatullah al-Mahdi Fastamatu. That's how this in one time this perception will happen, and that's why my perception happened for one time, and that hadith fulfilled. And Allah is one, He has made a kind, and He will not announce every time by His angels. They are not simple playing toy, they are holy, they are my Huzur teacher angels. And Allah Rabbul Alamin, creator of whole universe, and more than universe, 1,000 lakhs of universe, Allah can create even by just saying kun, and all happens as fayakun. And thus these all facts works behind forgetting last time episode, time movement, and those conditioning matters I told. Best way to pray more and more salat and ibadat. And farz, nafal, sunnat. Farz, nafal, sunnat is for salat best, and saum, farz, that's best also, but no sunnat is small, no nafal is small. All are needful, and all we should obey sunnat nafal also. Try, but if in a difficult time, so many time comes in modern life as difficult time, difficult situation, busy situation, and then at that time you can avoid. But that doesn't mean that living, eating, everything, pleasure, time you have in hand, and those are sunnat nafal, I don't understand, and neither I am able to. I need to obey. This type of thinking we should avoid. And about dua, so many dua, we just read, you all just read dua for taking Bismillah, Bismillah, Bismillah. But there are so many duas. Dua for looking crops, dua to look a patient, like dua pandemic, like dua of seeing washing face on mirror. And it's dua. Dua in rain, to read dua in storm, dua to ride on vehicles, in water, on land. And there is so many dua. Dua to read in market. Who reads? Who memorize this dua? Find out, you will find very little, very little, even not 1% in 100. Read this all dua. But time to time development happen in religious work. Inshallah there will be more and more dua people. And I told you I read Surah Qalam very often, and that's very beautiful surah to me. Surah Muhammad I read, and so many surah I read regularly. And in Surah Qalam, Allah mentioned Noon wal qalami wa ma yasturun ma anta bi ni'mati rabbika bimajnun wa inna laka la'ajrun ghayra mamnun. Thus, I am Emperor. I am Muhammad saying all of this, explaining. Think that what you looks in television, what you thinks, feels, what are your imaginations in modern age. Allah made same mujaza and this type of time episode, time movement, and they're very effective. These stories, this talking, these all incidents went on whole world in last time episode, and these all stimulus are very good, very good for everyone's body, soul and mind. This is my part. But Islam as same as, and you all have to obey. I said these all mujaza karamat happens. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.